which diaper to wear and why. I am only bowel incontinent and not completely bowel incontinent, but enough that I like to always wear a diaper. And I'm a male, so for females this could be a little different, or for somebody who has urinary incontinence or bladder incontinence, it may be a little different for you. For these videos I have actually peed in these diapers, and pretty much the results are the same for people that are bladder incontinent and for the people that are bowel incontinent. These are primarily the two types of diapers you're going to find. There's old school, and this is actually isn't even very thick for old school, as I've showed in my other videos. Both these diapers are clean. I just made a video on how to put a diaper on. That's why this one's all taped up. But this is old school Attends. As you can see, they're pretty thick. They have a nice waistband. They have a poly back. The wetness indicator doesn't really matter to me, because that's for something you use if you're a caregiver for somebody, but I know when I'm wet, I don't need the indicator. And they're nice and high to keep any fecal matter in the diaper, and they control smell. The poly controls smell a lot better. This is new school. Most of the big companies, Attends and Depends, and actually even companies like Tina and Molicare are trying to sell this. This is actually a SureCare, which is a pretty name brand, big brand diaper. They market this as extra absorbent pull-up pants for moderate bowel or bladder control. I can tell you from experience, an active person, guy like me, I'm 36 years old, I'm active, I work, I have 2 kids. If the diaper companies are listening, this doesn't cut it. Yes, it's quiet and it's discreet, but it's not going to be too discreet if it leaks. So this may work for somebody who's moderate bladder control issues, and I mean moderate. If you go too much, you're gonna flood out of this thing. So that's why I always choose what I consider a real diaper. And I hope the companies keep making these, because they are the best. They're a little bit bulky, but as I'm going to show in some videos, they don't stand out like you think they do. People are just really self-conscious, but nobody's looking if you have a little bit of bulk in your pants. Nobody's going to notice. They're a little noisy. Where I work and the things I do, mostly outside, you don't even notice the noise. I am actually going to try a thicker diaper, the dry 24/7s, because Attends no longer makes this model. They have something called the poly Attends. I haven't tried them yet. Maybe they're the same. Maybe they're not. Attends and Depends are both big names, and they pretty much have started catering to their stockholders and not to us people who actually use these. So we'll see. I don't have high hopes for it being what is a diaper. It's supposed to be a diaper and hold everything in, and things like this, it just doesn't cut it. And I don't understand, because you would think that the poly would be cheaper to manufacture than this cloth cover with a little bit of plastic underneath it, but I don't get it. When you're looking at for a thickness of a diaper, when this diaper's dry, it's pretty thin. It's not much, a little bit thicker than this, but not enough that it really matters. The difference is when you wet this, it'll get thick. Especially the dry 24/7s, they will get really up to 2 inches thick. Not a problem for me, because I normally, unless I want to make a video to inform you guys, I don't pee in my diaper, so it stays thin all the time. But I know I have the extra protection if I need it. If you pee in this, it won't get thick, don't worry about that, but it'll leak out. So which would you rather have? I choose to get thick. So if any manufacturers are listening, or anybody who's related related to them in any way, you know, make these, because maybe there are people who like these, but always have a nice, thick, poly back diaper, please. I buy them by the caseload, and I know all over the diaper forums, the adult baby forums, the diaper lover forums, and the incontinent forums, a lot of people